That's kinda ridiculously overdone.
Why would they ever need to build something so absurdly huge? They couldn't possibly be trying to compensate for something, could they?
Okay, well, this was a nice little vacation, but could you please take me far away from this place now? Hey, wait! This embassy's on foreign soil!
Yeah, but it was originally our castle too, you know.
But this is an invasion of their territory!
Just relax, I made an appointment already. Hey there!
Greetings, Lord Sora and Lady Shiro. Welcome to our embassy. I'm the Assistant Ambassador to the Elkian Embassy, Ino Hatsei. A pleasure to meet you.
Wait, when did...
This morning. I could see the old dude checking me out in the library, so I signaled to him I'd come over. Man, just like they say, those Warbeast senses really are awesome. It's like they've got telescopic vision.
You could have told me about this, you know.
Undoubtedly, the reason for your visit is to meet with Ambassador Izuna Hatsei. Is that correct?
It looks like the rumors really were true. The Warbeasts can read people's minds.
Glad to hear we're all on the same page. Right, let's get moving.
Very well. This way, if you please.
Forget about the Warbeasts. How did Sora see him from way over there?
In case you hadn't noticed.
The game. It's already begun, hasn't it?
I never wanted to be another gear in that corrupted world's machine. All my life felt like a dream. I was never who I really wanted me to be. But then God shattered the dream's cage and rose me up to a new stage. Cut it away like a sharp knife, then gave me this new life. And suddenly there's a new twist, a reason to really exist. I wanna breathe in with pain as this whole new world cheers my name. I'll never leave it to fate. And when I see a chance, I'll pave the way. I'll call checkmate. This is the time to break through. So I'll rewrite the story and I'll finally change all the rules. We are Maverick. We won't give in until we win this game. Though I don't know what tomorrow holds, I'll make a bet and play my cards to win this game. Unlike the rest, I'll do my best and I won't ever lose. To give up this chance would be a deadly sin, so let's bet it all. I put all my faith in, so let the games begin.
Hey, Jabril.
Yes?
What do you guys call this?
It's an image display device. But wait, the Warbeasts can't use magic, so I don't know how they're doing it. My, but it is rather fascinating.
Cool.
What's going on? Why is the floor moving?
Pardon, but I beg you follow proper procedures when making an appointment next time. Due to an incident, many Warbeasts harbor extreme animosity toward Elkia. Since you arrived so quickly, most weren't informed and may not act entirely civil.
Well, that makes sense. I mean, a dog that talks and walks is still just a dog, right?
Hey, Steph, what incident?
Yeah, he's referring to the construction wars. Having a foreign embassy bigger than our palace was really bad for our image, so we ended up building a new, bigger one.
That's the one we live in now, right?
No, because after that, the Eastern Federation built their embassy even bigger, so we had to keep competing. But when it comes to construction technology, Elkia lags way behind the Eastern Federation, so...
Isn't that ironic? If I recall, the Warbeasts are only rank 14 themselves, so looking down on humanity is... Well, I'm not sure how your people say it, but we say it's like a moron laughing at an imbecile.
That may be true in a sense, but it seems a bit petty coming from someone from the Sixth Order. Speaking of which, as a weapon, I fear you're defective if you're serving a bunch of shaved monkeys.
On a side
Okay,
note,
guess
I'm
relations
thrilled
in
to
this
see
world are
your
pretty
training
strained, huh?
The war dragged on forever, and thanks to the 10 pledges, they can't get violent, so they ended up letting out their aggression this way instead.
My lords, please wait here.
Each culture certainly has its own style, huh?
Master, you never told us how you made contact with the war beasts.
Nobody's talking about it, so just take the hint, okay?
I apologize for prying, Master. But I can't read minds like the beasts here. And I really, really want to know. Tell me. So even with your little magic rectangle, you still couldn't see him clearly, but you guessed that he saw you and gestured to him accordingly? Is that right?
Don't tell me you bluff someone who can read minds.
I apologize for the wait. Presenting the Eastern Federation's ambassador to Elkia, Miss Izuna Hotse.
Erase time! Hey, pretty girl with the animal ears, wanna come play with me? I know I'm a little bit of a perp, but I've got a clean record.
Why the hell are you assholes touching me? Please.
What?
Minus 50 cuteness points for sure. Who said you shitheads could stop? Thank you. You popped out of nowhere and surprised me is all. Please, commence the petting, peasants. Thank you.
Adding please and thank you at the end of a sentence doesn't automatically make it polite, you know.
Mm-hmm. Of course it does, you idiot. Thanks.
I apologize if she has offended you. My granddaughter's still getting a grasp of the Amanati language. Oh, and by the way... Keep your filthy monkey paws off of her, you hairless primate, or I'll rip you a new asshole! Or that's what I would say if you weren't so charming.
So I guess she gets it from the old fart, huh?
He's a bad accessory. Minus 1,000 points. But I just love her conflicting personalities. Plus 1,050 points.
You hairless monkeys do that way better than Grandpa. Please, keep going. Thank you.
Look, why don't we give the whole monkeys thing a rest? I'm Sora. That's my little sister Shiro.
Nice to meet you, Izuna.
Sora and Shiro. Got it. Please. Thanks.
Well then, let us hear what you feces-tossing apes have to say.
I thought you could read our minds.
This is a place of diplomacy, a place to exchange ideas. Or is that too complicated for you knuckle-dragging gorillas
Don't get
to...
pissed. She just likes us better, Pop.
He's so immature.
Master, I advise you to be careful not to shatter the war beast's fragile, dainty heart. He's so pathetic, we wouldn't want to hurt his little feelings.
Aww. Didn't anyone teach you people manners?
All right, Gramps. I'll tell you what we're here for. How about we play a game and you bet your granddaughter's panties? And I'll put up Steph's for my bet.
If you wanted me to roll you in a rug and beat you to death, you should have just said so, you damn monkey!
What? You'd rather have Jibril's than Steph's?
Certainly, as you wish, my master.
Don't tell me you want Shiro's. Come on, Gramps, that's sick. She's only 11 years old. No, don't tell me. You don't want mine, do you? Sorry, but I don't swing that way.
It's okay, Sora. I'll protect your chastity.
Too many choices or what? Her panties are a pretty good deal for you, old-timer.
Please excuse me, but if you refuse to tell us why you're really here, then maybe it's best to
Drop the pathetic act already. If you can read thoughts like you say, then I'd suggest you go for the panty game. Look, I know it's not the panties you're after. It's just a low-stakes match, and a good chance to wipe away all my memories about your games. So let's shake on it. Oh, second guessing, huh? Looks like I was right. Smells to me like cold reading. Cheap parlor tricks that don't even need the amazing senses of a war beast. Just some observational skills and a bit of intuition. Coincidentally, that just so happens to be a specialty of mine.
Is he...
So you done confirming this isn't a bluff yet? Now then, since we've established that your so-called mind-reading ability is a bunch of crap, let's get down to business. Like why we really paid you a visit. We, Sora and Shiro, designated representatives of the 16th Order of Amanati and the Kingdom of Elkia,
Have blessed the Eastern Federation with the opportunity to become the first honorable sacrifice on our path to world domination. Therefore, we hereby challenge you to a game between nations.
and we demand everything the Eastern Federation has on this continent.
A game between nations? So you mean we're officially attacking the Eastern Federation? Did I really just hear you correctly?
Yep. And by the way, we're not changing our bet. It's still for Steph's panties. Should've just bet ease in his panties while you had the chance. Sorry, Gramps, them's the breaks. And that's a check.
Master, could you please explain the madness going on here?
What's wrong, Jabril? You still don't understand?
Basically, we've got the Federation backed into a corner. Over the last 50 years, their technology evolved pretty rapidly, and they grew more and more powerful. But despite being so advanced, they're still an island nation that needs resources from the mainland. Before they could even set foot on the main continent, Elvengard attacked. Or perhaps they were lured in. Either way, no other country would agree to play an unknown game that even the strongest nation kept losing. The Federation couldn't get onto the continent. They should have just lost, so more countries would challenge them, but for some reason, they didn't. Let's solve these mysteries in order, shall we? Question 1. Why do they wipe all memories of the game?
If they don't, they won't be able to win every time.
Correct! It defeats the goal of luring others into playing. Even though it's not entirely logical, they wipe memories because there's something they're trying to keep secret. But still, you can erase people's memories, but not the fact that they lost. Question 2! Why'd Elvengard challenge them 4 times?
They knew that they might lose, but they wanted to figure out what the game was.
Unlike Elkia, Elvengard is a really big country. They were prepared to suffer some losses to do their research. After their first loss, they figured it must have been a game where you couldn't use magic. An elf would think that was the most likely reason they'd lose a game. So they came up with some kind of counter move and challenged a second time and lost again. Then they played a third time. I'm not sure how, but they figured something out. So they went back to using their official cheats they call magic and made their 4th and final challenge. And they lost again.
That's quite an imagination you have.
In any case, I'm not too concerned with the way they lost. What I want to know is why they stopped after 4 games. If you think all that's just my imagination, that's cool. I mean, you're old and kind of grumpy, I get it. I see 2 options. The first, they realized the game was impossible to win.
And then, the elves could have exposed the cheating and won.
Or second, they learned the tricks of the game but could never figure out why they kept losing.
So that's why the elves stopped challenging them. But still. Now that's odd. So what do we have here? You were able to figure out the game, but you have no idea why you kept losing.
Starting to get good, party people! Time for question 3! What works equally well on these very different races? What game would be a guaranteed win made by technology only the Federation would have? And the answer is...
They made a video game where you can cheat all you want.
They made a video game? What the hell is a video game?
I doubt that you'd know, Steph. But Jabril, you challenged the Eastern Federation once already, so how come you'd never seen that thing at the entrance before?
Well, I guess that's because...
Because you'd forgotten it. It's a memory associated with the game. Still, despite all that, if a flugel like Jabril doesn't know anything about them, it's pretty safe to say the Federation is the only country in the world with video games. You erase the memories to keep the games a secret. Because, guess what, everyone? In a video game where you're the game master, you can keep cheating your ass off till the cows come home.
And your opponent who's busy running in circles stays clueless.
Plus, if you don't even know what cyberspace is, then magic's pointless. All that mind-reading garbage is just a cover story, so your opponents won't look closer and find out you're cheating, right? Hang on, we're almost done here. So you can tell when someone's lying, but there's no way you can read their mind. And the final question is... Golly, how in the world were they able to figure all this out? The answer's on the house, Pops. Do you care to take a guess?
Don't tell me it was the former king. We made him swear by the pledges to tell no one, but even he didn't realize we couldn't read minds. No, that's not the problem here.
Right. That's not the real problem. You made the former king promise not to speak about the games to anyone, but since he did, it proves you couldn't read his mind. How? Because he pledged to tell no one so long as he lived. That doesn't mean he couldn't tell anyone after he died. So now that we know all about your devious game, are you starting to get a little worried, old man? Because if you're not, Gramps, we'd be happy to go to the elves and tell them all about your tactics, and you'd be forced to play them all over again, and you'd lose. At this point, it's in your best interest to erase our memories. But if you're prepared to bet your territory just for Steph's panties, then I guess that means my imagination must be correct.
Damn it.
Then that means your only other option is to claim my theory is just a load of crap and run away from our challenge, right, old man? But who said you could run away? I'll make it worth your while. I'll throw in all of humanity. And humanity's race piece.
Kurame? Why is...
Listen, Phil. Do you know of any games in the past where someone bet a race piece?
Of course not. Never. If you bet your race piece and lose, then you also lose all your rights as an Exceed. That means...
That the 10 pledges no longer apply. In other words, we're no better than animals. It's like a death sentence for all of humanity. That son of a bitch!
Sora, are you insane?
I've bet our entire territory and put the lives of all humanity on the line. If you try to back out now, that's like telling the entire world that my imagination was correct. Bet you didn't see that coming, did you, Mr. Freaking Mind Reader? Check and mate.
Are you sure you want to do this? Even if you're correct, keep in mind Elven Guard still lost this game 4 times. Plus, you dare bet your precious race piece? Do you want your people to go extinct?
Say, old fart, remember when I flagged you down from the library? Maybe if you thought about how we could do that, you'd have realized that the two of us are not from this world. When it comes to video games, you can use as many cheats or assist as your heart desires.
None of that will help you. Blink will never lose to anything like that.
When we showed up here,
Did you really think we would just roll over like easy prey?
now it's your turn to be the hunted, war beast friend.
Who the hell do these two think they are?
Well, guess you can't agree to a game of this scale on your own, right? We could do this another day. We're betting our race piece, so all humanity has the right to watch. The 4 of us are ready, and we're not gonna let you squirm out of this.
But wait!
I don't really get any of this, thanks. But Sora and Shiro, sounds like you buttwads challenged me to a fight, so thanks.
A fight? No way.
Izuna, let's play a game next time, okay?
I won't lose to losers, thank you.
Sorry to disappoint, but you will.
Everyone knows Blank never loses a game. See ya soon, little Izuna.
You idiot! What the hell are you thinking? Do you realize what you've done? And what if you lose? What the heck are you gonna do?
I don't know. If we lose, we're pretty much done for, so what else is there? I know if we lose, it's game over for us and 3 million people. But if we win, we get the animal girls and their land. Not too shabby, eh? Isn't it so exciting, Shiro?
It's so exciting.
What's wrong with you two?
Just relax, Steph. It's just a game, right?
I knew it. It was stupid and naive of me to entrust these people with my grandfather's hopes.
If it bothers you, Dolly, then consider this. If the Masters win, every war beast on the planet will be stripped of their land and also their rights, and possibly face death. Who do you think should take responsibility for that? We rule each other and kill each other through games instead of violence. The losers are exploited, enslaved, and killed. That's the essence of the 10 pledges. Being daring enough not just to risk your own life, but also the lives of all your people, just for the tiniest opportunity to defeat your enemy. Those are the qualities we need in a ruler.
Say
what
now?
What?
Don't tell me you guys haven't figured it all out yet.
The way to win. The way to beat this world.
The way to win and beat this world?
Well, now I see why God gets so bored of this place.
Poor Ted. I feel sorry for him.
Don't worry, guys. We'll conquer the hell out of this world as promised. The whole damn thing. We won't lose. There's no point in even planning for that sort of outcome. No chance of us losing. You got me?
And that's checkmate.
Come out here, you stupid kid! You can't beat hell! Even they must be working hard with the Eastern Federation.
My, how quickly their attitudes have changed almost overnight.
How do you think you'd feel if you were suddenly given a death sentence? I think it's actually pretty strange that they're acting this calm. Are you going to do anything to quiet them down?
If they were that mad, they could try and take the throne back from us.
It's just a bunch of whining, and I doubt any of them have the guts to challenge us. More importantly, what's the holdup? It's been a week already.
You mean why the Federation hasn't picked a date for the game yet? With their whole country at stake, I'm sure it will take some time.
Yeah, I figured as much. I'll just wait for someone with more of a backbone to show up. Looks like they're finally here. Kept me waiting long enough. Yeah, of course I know what you guys want. I'm ready when you are. Shiro, listen up, Kay. You know that I believe in you.
Yeah, I know. I believe in you too, Sora.
Shiro, never forget the two of us are always one. The two of us are bound by a promise. Shiro, we're not the heroes of some stupid kid's manga. Shiro, we've always won the game before it's even started.
Sora?
I'll get the last piece to beat the Federation. Okay, sis?
Sora? No! Wait!
Let's get this game started, shall we?
Sora?
Shiro, rise and shine! What's the matter? Hey, what's wrong, Shiro?
Sora? Where are you? Come help, please! You can't leave me here alone!
Huh? Shiro, who are you talking to? Who's this Sora guy? Do you want me to go find him for you?
No way! No way!
Shiro, is everything okay?
Steph? Where's Sora? Where is he? My brother.
Brother? You have a brother? And his name's what again?
I won't let go of your hand, Sora. It would feel like my soul was leaving me.